All right, welcome back to Thrive America. I'm your host, Brent Brooks, joined by Teo Graca. Teo, thanks so much for coming on Thrive America.
And thank you for having me. Thanks.
Your presence here, I'm sure, is helping somebody out there in the universe to grow their business in some way. Teo, we're talking about internet strategies and the way to use multiple websites, and I think I understand how it works, and I just want to kind of speak back to you if I can, where if I had my company, Blank Stage, is a video production company, a local area here is Marietta, so if I did video Marietta, that would be called a microsite, which would direct people back to the main site, which is something you could do relatively affordable, like it's affordable to go spend $10, $15 on a domain and build that out. The benefits, Teo, let's talk about the benefits of doing this in your mind.
Yeah, I mean, the benefits are that you have a separate website, so it has more weight with the search engines. You get higher rankings. Also, the interlinks that you create between your websites and web presence also helps weight the search engine rankings, so it builds you up. Also, when people find you, let's say you have 10, 20, or 50 microsites out there, when they search and they find one of your microsites, they found exactly what they're looking for. They're not finding the core website where they have to go in and search underneath to find what they're looking for. You've actually created a one-page website with exactly the information that's associated with the domain.
Gotcha. So they don't want a video production company in Atlanta. Maybe they would just want Marietta, and so they type in Marietta. We come up as a local. Maybe that microsite has more of a local look and feel to it. You know, we're your local, video guys. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for any business that you may have, this can work in if you do pies, you can do. Maybe someone loves just apple pies or cherry pies, so you just do a site dedicated to your cherry pies, that kind of thing, maybe.
Yeah, cherry pickers. So, or festivals or whatever. If you have any kind of blog presence, each blog acts as a different set of information that somebody might be interested in. But if you turn that blog into a microsite and associate a domain with it, it will be more weighted in the it'll be more weighted in the searches. It'll give you higher rankings.
And higher rankings on Google?
Google, all the search engines.
Okay.
This is a passive SEO strategy, which means it doesn't cost anything. It brings you up in the organic search, which is most people's eyes, scientific studies show that most people's eyes move to the top left of the screen first. And that's where you get your paid ads up top on Google, but that's where your organic search is, right underneath it.
So, well, this is great information to you. Anything you feel like we've missed before we move on from multiple website marketing?
Well, we did touch on SEO, and I know you probably, a lot of people don't know what it is, but it's search engine optimization. Passive SEO is actually metadata, is title, keywords, description. These are actually tags that sit underneath your website. So if you have a website with, say, 20 pages, the key to setting up good SEO is to have a different set of keywords, title, and description for each web page. That way each one will be indexed separately, almost like a separate website. And that's the same thing you have to do with your multiple websites. You want to make sure you have a unique set of metadata associated with each one. And it'll be found differently based on keywords that people put in the search.
So this is something that you watching may feel overwhelmed with this kind of task to create meta tags and keywords.
Yeah.
But you can call a local website developer. You can certainly give Teo a call, and I'm sure you can help guide us through some of this. And I also want to say, those of you that are like, I'm very guilty of doing this when I do Thrive America, even overdoing the keywords. And you have a good tip on what's the magic number of keywords?
It has to do with relevance. So if you have too many keywords, then it looks like your website to the search engine is not relevant. If you can keep it down to about 10 really well-picked keywords, that's probably best.
So for my show, what would you recommend as keywords? Like,
You know,
your name maybe, and then whoever,
Yeah.
not your name for all of it, but for your site.
Well, I mean, I usually put the domain name, the domain name spelled out, you know, like Thrive Space America. These are like key phrases, and then some of the benefits offered and the people on the show.
So because each time I have a guest, I create a new, it's like a new page.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and the you know, so many people don't. Here's what I want to say. This stuff sits underneath a website. So if you think of an iceberg with like 10% of it sitting out, that you can see, that's what a website is. You see, what you see is the tip of the iceberg. There's a lot of stuff that goes underneath it that you don't see, and this is just one thing. This is where your SEO is. There's other things you can do with the H1 tags. That was deprecated, which means it was not recommended for use about 10 years ago. But the search engines, all of them still use that as a major thing to, it's almost as important as your keywords. So you have to use the H1 tag to get good rankings. But there's all kinds of other techniques underneath what you see that you need to think about. And most people don't have time or even care, and that's why you hire professionals to do it.
But the multiple website marketing, that's something that somebody can do right away, and maybe get educated real quick. I'm just trying to give quick tips on what people can do almost right away, and I think this is a great one. But if you want to get deeper into it, into the web of creating that website, you want to call someone like Teo. You want to see about getting a local guy out there to help you. Well, we're going to bring you right back, Teo. We're going to talk a little bit more about your subject here, and then I want to hear. I want you to sum up what you feel like you can give us as strategies to help us all thrive in this economy.
Sounds good.